With me, Brad Tindall, Mark Foster, representing Team TNT, our overall winners at the Helly Hansen Sailing World Regatta here in Marblehead, the last event of the season. So this makes this team our last challengers for the Caribbean Championship in the end of October. This J105 came all the way from Corpus Christi, Texas, I understand.
Yes,
so Brad, tell us the story. What are you doing up here?
What are we doing here? Well, we brought the boat up initially for Block Island last month, and we decided to stay here and race in Marblehead. So we brought her up. It was 2,168 miles, and we came up in, can't remember. June, thank you.
Summer's flying.
Yeah, it is. So that's how we got her.
So you had mentioned Mark was the reason that you're here.
Mark's the reason that we're here. Well, it's funny, before we bought this boat used to be Two Feathers. Mark Masur owned this boat. He was a racer out of Fort Worth, Texas. And two of our crew had raced with Mark before, and Mark had brought the boat, we did not realize, 7 times to race on the East Coast, well, at least at Block Island. And he would always come and do Marblehead as well, too. And I spoke with some of the other J105 sailors around here, and they all knew Mark. And he unfortunately passed away. Greg and I bought the boat after he passed away, and we knew we were coming back here. In fact, when Greg and I were talking about buying a 105, I think the crew for Marblehead was decided before the check was ever signed. So yeah.
Awesome. So Mark, sailing up in here, I mean, you're a man of wisdom in many venues. What's your thoughts on Marblehead racing and what we saw this weekend?
It was a typical Marblehead. Lots of things get thrown at you. There's nothing standard around Marblehead. The course we were on outside, the current was actually not as big a factor as it normally is. I've been here and helped sail the J70 Worlds in 18. So that was a bigger difference because where we were, but it was nice. The forecasts were fairly correct, and where we were sailing, the current was not that big an issue, and so it turned into a boat speed regatta. And we had spent the week at Block Island to get some other good boats, and recognized we had some tuning setups that were really good, and so we used those and changed stuff a lot.
Well, let's crack into the book then. What's working for you boat speed wise in this 105? That if you were to sneak away a couple secrets for those in the 105 class, what's working?
We were a step lower than people would expect, and because it's hard to power the boat up, and it's easy to bleed power. But if you don't have the power, like every other boat, you just go slow, and then you question your thoughts and question your abilities. And so we were able to set the boat up so we had some really good results, and when we got in the lead, we were able to hold it, and when we weren't in the lead, we even managed to claw back a little bit.
Not blow too much, yeah. So you guys obviously not sailing double-handed. Walk us through the crew.
The crew was great. We had an amazing kite trimmer, Chris Corley, who is also on the deck. He did an amazing job of always not being afraid to jump up and change the tuning on the, of course, the stanchions. Excuse me, not the stanchions. The sprouts. Sorry. Too many S words. Not afraid to change the tuning on the shrouds, and literally sometimes 2 and 3 times before to go into sequence, because the conditions here, if you didn't like what they were, you just waited 5 minutes, and it gave you a whole new map you had to run through, for sure. That was probably the biggest thing, was not being afraid to get on those shrouds and get them in tune. And
how about as your view from the helm? Can you feel when the boat is in its groove and go fast? I mean, what's your secret sauce?
I won't let Mark answer that for me, but I will.
Brad was new to driving, and so it was a learning experience for both of us.
Yeah.
And we had one word or 2 words that kind of changed everything, and I said, "Pop it," and he knew exactly what I meant and what had to happen to do that, and that would change the way the boat was sailing, and we would actually pick up what we needed to and get going again. So he got abused this week.
So when you say pop it, what's happening?
Can't tell you that.
No, that's the secret sauce.
That's the secret sauce. It's something I learned from a couple of coaches many years ago when I was a much younger man, and I was steering boats, and they would show me how to do that, and it's been one of those things I entrust with very few people.
All right, we're gonna have to come back to that someday, but your thoughts on this Marblehead fleet, this fleet itself? I mean, going into it, was it unknown, or were there some knowns, or what were your thoughts going into it, did you have any idea how you're going to come out of this?
Since this was the first time I'd ever raced up here, I wasn't really familiar with any of the boats. And I don't know if any of them were at Marblehead with us. Block Island with us. So this is my first experience racing with them.
In my experience, I didn't know any of the J105 sailors. I've run, as a PRO, I've run like 4 or 5 of their last J105 North Americans, and so I've seen a lot of people, but most of the Marblehead people were kind of local, and so they were all a new experience for all of us to sail against.
There you go. So the Texans came up and figured it out, I guess. Yeah.
We did.
So let's go on to the overall then. I guess obviously the BVIs, we just popped this on you.
Okay.
Speaking of popping it, you have no idea. I don't know whether you're going to go, but what are your thoughts on winning this thing and then racing charter boats in the Caribbean?
I mean, that's going to be new for me. I've never been in the Caribbean, so yet it will be another new sailing experience for me. We are completely pumped about it. We're going to do everything we can to get there, and we will send a crew, whether I can go or not, we will send a crew up there to make sure this happens. And that was a huge surprise. I had no idea that even existed. So it's definitely the icing on the cake for me.
Awesome. Well, I hope to see you there.
I can tell you that whether he goes or not, his wife is going.
My wife will be driving.
Excellent. All right, you? Yeah, maybe we'll see. I guess we got limited bursts, but I guess whether you draw the straw or not. So, all right. Well, I hope we see all you guys there. Maybe you can fill up the boat and make it happen. So,
Absolutely.
all right. So, congratulations on winning here. All right. Well, that's it for the season here in Marblehead, St. Pete, Annapolis, Chicago, Detroit, Marblehead. We're done. Off to the Caribbean we go. It's been an amazing season. Only one day, I think, of postponed races. So, to me, that's a win of our season. See you next year.